All I do is fucking win. That's right. Can I tell the truth? If I was doing this for you, then I have nothing left to prove. Nah, this for me though. I'm just trying to stay alive and take care of my people. And they don't have no more fear. It needed a moment of silence. Nigga, we made it. Nigga, we made
Can you guys see me? I feel like I always go through the same issues every single time, and I don't know why I go through these issues. But hi guys. Hi Madeline. Hi guys. I don't know why I always go through the same issues every time I go on live, but you know, we're here. Hi Crystal. I don't know why I go through the same issues. It's just like it does not save the settings. I always have a technical difficulties, but you know, we here. Hi Jalen. But yes, hi guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are being safe and that you guys are trying to enjoy these moments that we have alone. But yes, hi guys. I wanted to like let a couple of more people come into the group chat, our group chat. But I'm excited to be here tonight. I was like this close to canceling because I'm really exhausted from just like business, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to cancel. I am going to stick to this. So I'm glad that I am here with you guys tonight. And I do want to answer any questions that you guys have regarding meditation. If you guys see a thing, this is like my fan. But I did want to come on live and answer all your questions about meditation. And I also want to do some sort of guided meditation for you guys tonight because I do find that people struggle with some sort of concept of not finding themselves, but just being centered and aligned and basically how to basically fall into some sort of meditative trance. So I want to be able to help facilitate that tonight. But yes, I really hope that you guys are doing well. I'm thinking about maybe going on IG Live as well, but I don't think I will because I just want this to be some sort of private moment between me and my YouTube people because my IG people be acting a damn fool. So, how do we share this link with a friend? It should be able to be shared in the description box. If it's not there, hey boo. If it's not, it should be there. A way for you to share this video so that people can be a part of this live. I'm tired, but we gonna thug this out. We gonna thug this out, okay? But I did wanted to talk deeply about meditation because I've always get this questions like, a million times in my DMs, or whether it's with a client, they just don't know where to start when it comes to meditation or how to properly meditate. I don't think there is some sort of key. I don't think there is some sort of right way of meditation, but I do feel like meditation should be some sort of a sacred place between you and yourself, because that is only the time that you have for yourself and only for yourself, and that is some sort of sacred place or being or energy that's within yourself and no one else can possess. So I do find that. It is a sacred practice. I do feel like people have a hard time getting into meditation because it's kind of hard to turn off their brain, because we have, especially now, because everyone is such in some sort of not panic, but some sort of uncertainty. So people have a hard time just shutting off everything and being able to just be one with yourself. And it's a scary process because you don't really know what can come up to the surface. And it's somewhat, because I always tell people that people are afraid to be alone. People are afraid to be with their thoughts. People are afraid to be with their feelings because they don't know if some sort of past life or childhood trauma or some sort of issues that you've been bottling up or suppressing might come up through meditation. And I do feel like that is the time for you and only yourself, for you to heal, not only to heal, but to recognize some of the flaws, some sort of way of being that isn't in its best alignment or at its highest frequency or vibration. So I do feel like meditation is somewhat scary. It kind of triggers people, but y'all know me, like I like to trigger people. So I like to trigger people. Like that's my jam. But it's a form of just recognizing things within yourself that maybe you would be afraid to delve deep within yourself to realize, but maybe it takes someone else outside of your body, outside of your mind, outside of your energy to help you tap into that and to help you realize that you have some sort of trauma. And I do feel like I am a catalyst for that. Yes, I think I'm a catalyst for that. I do like to push people, and I don't feel like it's in a way to, like I said before in my last life, to diminish or to make you feel bad about yourself or to make you second guess yourself. It's just, for me, I triggered you last week. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I did. I'm sorry. But it's really out of love, because I do want people to recognize that sometimes your traumas is also hurting those around you, and you can be subconsciously unaware of that. So I needed it. Ha ha ha! It's all love. I know we talked about it. But I feel like it's needed because it changes your perspective, but it also gives you an out of body experience. Not an out of body experience, but it's just like me holding a mirror in front of you and showing you that these are some things that you need to work on emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And I'm not saying that I am the end all be all when it comes to these things, because I am a work in progress. I feel like healing isn't linear. Healing is a lifetime. I feel like through my lifetimes and through my past lives, I've been healing. And I do feel like every moment in life is some sort of how do I say, it's some sort of way for me to help figure out some of my things as well, because I do feel like when I trigger people or give people some sort of, I guess, reading, because I do readings, but when I do give people some sort of enlightenment within themselves, it kind of helps them, but also helps me figure out some of the things that I need to heal from, because I've had issues with people, or I've had conversations with people that I had readings with, and they've made me not only cry, not only purge, but also help me realize that I still have work to do within myself. So I do feel like you guys help me, not only me helping you. So it is some sort of therapy for me to help you guys. So it's not all just very linear. Like I'm just triggering you. Like sometimes you guys trigger me through readings as well, because I've had readings before where like I've literally bawled out and they're just like, "Are you okay?" So, and it's not because now, it's not because maybe they triggered me, but it's just because I felt some sort of. So you guys understand that when I'm giving someone a reading, I'm sitting in your emotions as well. I'm sitting in your thoughts, and I'm sitting in your energy. So if you're going through some sort of, for example, child abuse, and you haven't talked to anyone about it, or you haven't brought it in to the surface to heal from, I can pick up on it and I can feel it and I can start crying. And you're just like, "Why are you crying?" I'm just like, you don't want to talk about it, but I know what's going on behind that smile. I know what's going on behind that avoidance. So, and when I tell them, like, I know you've been through this, that's when they start to cry. And they're just like, "How do you know that?" And I'm just like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know how to explain how I know, because people always tell me, like, "How do you know these things? How do you?" I can't explain it. I think it's something that can be felt. So I don't know. Like, I just don't have the answer for you, but I just know that I feel you. So yeah, so I do know that some people have some questions when it comes to how to meditate. I personally feel like how I have the same thing. It's just a vibe. Yeah, it's just a vibe that it's undeniable. I do feel like energy doesn't lie. You can front or you can void all you want, but when you walk into a room, people can pick up on what type of energy that you're providing to that space. So it's just like you can come into a room and not say anything, and people can know that you have some sort of bad energy, you have some sort of good energy, you have some sort of something's bothering you that day. Like, energy doesn't lie. So I do feel like it's just like how your energy comes into the space, basically. But I know that we were supposed to have a conversation about how to meditate, or energy is life. So I know that we were supposed to have a topic today about meditation, and I mean, I've touched on this briefly on another live, but I do feel like it needs to be brought up again, because I do feel like I still get these questions in my DMs, and I don't mind these questions, but I just feel like if I just put it on a platform where it can be able to be shared and given to other people, I thought that this would be a lot more beneficial than me just doing it on Instagram Live and it be up for 24 hours and some people might miss it. So I thought that maybe this platform would be a lot more better. But I do feel like I've touched up on it a little bit, but I do feel like meditation, because there is a form of doing it. How I do it is that I do have an altar in my home. My altar, nobody can see it, nobody can touch it. Nobody can, because that's my space. Like, that's mine. Okay, but I do have a space where that is my space for me to purge. That is my space for me to heal. That is my space for me to be alone. And that is my space for me to cry. And all of these energy and all of these emotions are laid on my altar. You can do it that way, having an altar. You can also do some sort of, because it doesn't have to be an altar. It could be some sort of like personal space in your home. So it can be like a den, it could be a reading room, it can be your room, it could be your closet, because I do know people that have their altars in their closet. So you can have an altar in your closet. I like to have my altar where no one can see it. It's all up to you. I know that people have their altars in front of their doors in their home, like right when you walk in you see an altar. But I do feel like the reason why they have an altar when they walk in well, when you walk into their home, is because I do feel like their spirit guides, I feel like if you have an altar in front of your door, your spirit guides are not going to let that person, if they have ill intent, into your home. So there's a reason why some people put their altars in front of their front doors, because it's a form of security. Because it's true, and I do have an altar in front of my door. Your spirit guides, if someone has ill intent or they have some sort of negative energy, your spirit guides is not going to let that person come into your door, like come into your home. What are some things you have on your altar? What are some things I have on my altar? Um, I have a lot of my Reiki accomplishments on my altar. I do have what else do I have on my altar? I have crystals on my altar. It's very like sacred things. What else do I have on my altar? I have roses on my altar because I do give some sort of offering to my spirit guides. I have food on my altar. I have candy on my altar. Like, yes, I have candy, and the candy on my altar, it symbolizes. I'm not gonna go into why it symbolizes, because it's a very touchy subject. But I have candy on my L because it's for a child. So it's the candy is for a child on my altar. So that candy is specifically for them, and that's their candy. I have candles on my altar. I have sage. I have, just essentials on my altar, but I also have sacred statues on my altar. I actually want to do a video of how to set up an altar for you guys, but I want to do that with my mother. No, the food on the altar, you do not eat it. The food on the altar is not for you. The food on the altar is for your guides. Because different guides that you may celebrate or you may appreciate have certain days where they like to feast. For example, Yamaya, she has a certain day that she likes to feast. Oshun, she has a day that she likes to feast. Martha, Papa Legba, like they all have different days that they like to feast. So I will cook a particular meal, or my mom would cook a particular meal, and we will put it on the altar, and that will be their feast. And we usually leave it on there for like 24 hours, and then we kind of take it and then we bury it into the ground, because we nourish the ground. We never throw food out. You bring the food back to the ground to nourish the ground. So we leave it on the altar for 24 hours, and then we take the food and we bury it to nourish back into the altar, because the earth is our home. The earth is our source of supply. So, and that's why I feel like people need to respect the earth. And this is why we're going through the quarantine, because we're not respecting the earth. So I do feel like Mother Earth is pissed the fuck off. So that is what's on my altar. I do have like sacred things. I have sweet jars on my altar. I have sour jars on my altar. If y'all don't know what these things are, good. Like, if you know what these things are, you feel me. Like, you feel me. So I have different things on my altar. So it just all depends. Like, you can have what you want on your altar. There is no specific rule or requirement of what you should have on your altar. It's basically something that is very sentimental to you, but also what's required of your guides, because your guides will talk to you and they will tell you, like, hey, like, I need this. Like, some spirit guides like roses, so you get a particular color of roses. Some spirit guides, they love a particular brand of liquor, so you'll get them liquor, pour liquor, and put it on your altar for them. And then but you never eat or take anything off the altar, because that's essentially not yours. It's to your guides. It's to praise them. It is also to acknowledge them, because all the things that they've done for you. So it's some sort of a form of acknowledgement. What if you live in an apartment and can't bury it? You can go. Oh, hey, Bryce. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. If you live in an apartment, you can. I don't suggest doing it at a park, because that's like so like. But you can anywhere on the anywhere on your apartment that you can bury it. Like, say, for example, I know it's hard, especially if you live in like in a city. But I do feel like there's, or you can just, I don't want to say decompose it, because I mean, any place on your actual location that you can bury it, I can say that. But I usually bury it. It depends. Not some rituals. I'm sorry. Some places, not some places. What am I saying? Some some spirit guides I bury in the front yard, and some spirit guides I bury in the backyard. So it depends. It depends. Um, I'm currently using my desk as somewhat of an altar. How to step up an altar video would be great. I am going to do a how to set up an altar video, but I need my mother to help me with that because it's just easier if I just film her doing it and she can just show you guys how to do it because she's very good at creating altars, and I want you guys to have the best experience on how to do it. So she's gonna have to help me with that. So I'll definitely like ask her if she can help me. When I approached her about helping me, she was very excited. She's like, yes, like we should do that for your channel, and she was very excited. So I'll definitely see if we can do that for you guys soon. I have a cauldron on my altar. My guides love it when I burn ancestor money. Yeah, I haven't really dabbled too much in ancestor money, but I do. I brought some for my mother. She really seems to love it. But yeah, you can do that. You can do some ancestral money, but you can also do ancestral oil. Like you can create ancestral oil. Maybe I'll create that and put that on my Patreon because I know a lot of girls have been asking me on how to make like sweet jars, how to make love oil, money oil. I'll probably do all of that on my Patreon. So if you guys are not on my Patreon, the link is in the bio. But I'll definitely do that because there is a form. There's road opener oils. There's money oil. There's like a whole bunch of oils that you can do. It's not just money and love. There's road opener. There's protection oil. Like there's a whole bunch of oils that people are not predisposed or people are not exposed to. So I can definitely do that for you guys. I don't want to do that on my YouTube because YouTube is very regulated, but I could definitely do that on my Patreon because I have a lot more of a free will on my Patreon. But yeah, I definitely do it on there. But I did want to, yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'll definitely do that on my Patreon. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here because we got off topic. We always get off topic. But I did wanted to come on here because I do feel like people have a hard time learning how to meditate. I also feel that there is no right way to meditate. It's all how you feel within that moment. We always get off topic. Like, come on. Always get off topic. But I do feel like your altar can be your form of space to meditate. So you can take your altar as your form of space. You can use a den, like I said before, a reading room. You can meditate on your bed. Like you can meditate in the car before you walk into like work or before you go into anywhere where you know you're going to be a lot of tension and anxiety. I used to do that when I used to work. I used to always sit in my car and meditate because it was just like a very like tense place was very tense. The energy was very thick. So I would meditate before I actually went in there. And then one time when everybody left, I actually staged the whole building. Like I was like, let me take it a step further and just stage the whole building while everybody's gone. I've actually done that. But yeah, you can just use that. But I do feel like just sitting within yourself, turning off all of electronics, turning off all of the mundane crap that we go through day after day, but like sending the kids off into a different room, sending the husband off to a different room, and just sitting with your thoughts. I do feel like people have a hard time shutting the mind off. That's the big key thing. That's why I do feel like you need to be alone while meditating. Don't think about Instagram. People are always on their phone thinking about Instagram. Like, don't worry about anything social media wise. But I just sit in a room quietly and just focus on your energy. And also you can also play some sort of guided meditation or some sort of music in the background. I like to listen to I actually have a playlist on Spotify that I just play in the background, and it kind of set me into some sort of meditative trance. But also you can use sound bowls. I have some here. Oh God, these sound bowls. You use these sound bowls. I use these all the time. I have one for the throat chakra, which I love to use because, as you guys know, I've never been this expressive in my life. I've always been the type of person where I never like to express my feelings. Now, like, I'm going 2 years in without, well, 2 years in, um, learning how to express myself and also not giving a fuck what people think. So now I can tell people how I feel without any problem. And I do feel like this sound bowl that I have, which is this one, this one, which is this blue one. This is for the throat chakra. Throat chakra. But there's many bowls that you can use. You just not. I mean, I have some on my website, as you guys know already. You guys can purchase on my website. But those are the crystal frosted sound bowls. Those are completely different than these. These are from Nepal. But I do love these sound bowls. I usually play with them while I'm doing meditation. I don't know what it is about the sound bowls, but the pitch, it just sends my body into another. I don't know what it does. My body just like shifts, and I just feel like my energy from all the way from the top of my head all the way down to my feet just my energy just shoots right out of my feet. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a feeling that I can't explain, but I do feel like sound bowls do something to my body that it's the vibrations of it. It just makes my body purge. Where do you buy your sound bowls? I actually have some on my site, which is in the link in the bio. I use the frosted ones. The frosted ones are really, really heavy. I actually have some, but they're heavy. So these are a lot more they're a lot more portable. But the frosted ones that I sell on my website, they're beautiful. And also they're for different parts of the chakra. So there's one for the throat chakra, there's one for the crown chakra, there's one for the solar plexus. And these particular bowls, they are for certain parts of the chakra as well. But they're not really labeled. The one I have on my website, they're labeled for which part of your chakras, and it's easier to decipher which one you would like, because some people have some sort of ailment in their chakras that they don't know. Some people have the ailment in their heart chakra. Some people have an ailment in their throat chakra. It all depends where you have some sort of trauma. If you have a hard time expressing yourself, it's usually your throat chakra. If you have a hard time with heartbreak or love, it's usually your heart. If you have lack of clarity, crown chakra. So it just all depends which chakra you're trying to tackle or which chakra you're trying to align or purge. But I do feel like through meditation, it helps you surrender. It's a form of surrendering, because I do feel like, I'm sorry, I need some ASAP. Been meaning to buy some sound bowls. I have chimes and I love them. I have chimes too. It has chimes on my website. I should have brought some. Crap. I had chimes, the Chinese cymbals. I love Chinese cymbals. Chinese cymbals are a good form of purging as well. I don't like to say, I do like to say it, but I do feel like when you play sound bowls or you play some sort of vibrational tone while meditating, it kind of helps you purge. You feel it in your toes. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain the feeling, but it's just it's like the whole, like you can literally feel your chakras tingle. I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like it tingles. I want to work on the sacral chakra for divine feminine. Yes. Y'all know I got divine feminine tatted on me. Like I feel like when I got this tattoo, it's strange because when I got this tattoo, I wasn't in my divine feminine energy, but it was like literally 3 or 4 months after I had the tattoo, I stepped in my power. So it's like this tattoo symbolizes me stepping into my power or transforming my power. So it's kind of crazy that I got that tattoo on me. But yeah, you can use your sound bowls. Sound bowls are so dope for you to actually meditate. But I feel like that's more when you're ready, because I do feel like sound bowls work for certain people and sound bowls don't really work for certain people. So it just depends on how you're trying to go about it, because you don't really need sound bowls, but I prefer sound bowls. It just all depends on you. But if you're starting out, you can just do some sort of music to help you, because I do feel like there's music, there's sound bowls in some sort of meditative music as well. There's chimes, there's a whole bunch of different vibrations in music. I actually have another sound. Maybe I should add that on my site too. I don't know. I'll think about it. But I do have another form of vibrational music on. It's a another symbol, but it's downstairs. I'm gonna go get it. It's downstairs, but I'll definitely leave a picture in my community tab. So later on, I'll just show you guys how it looks, or on my Instagram, I'll show you guys how it looks. But yeah, so just find some sort of sacred space within your home, and then use your sound bowls if you would like, or you can just use some music as well. But I do feel like you have to be in some sort of how do I say? You have to be in some sort of comfortable seating position, or you can lay down. Some people like to lay down on their back. Don't lay on your stomach. And also, if you're going to lay on your back, make sure that your arms are not crossed, because that means you're blocking energy. And that's just with everything. When you meditate, I know people like to sit Indian style, that's fine as well, but make sure your arms are not crossed, because that's a form of blocking energy from releasing out of the body. Some people don't know that. So hopefully that helps somebody, because I learned through Reiki that energy needs to circulate within the whole body, and when your arms are crossed, you're blocking energy from releasing or purging out of your body. So I don't like to cross my arms. Sometimes I don't even like to cross my legs. I just sit with my legs open and just with my arms out, just like this, on top of my knees, and then I'll start my meditation. But I don't know, like, is there any more questions? Because I do want to get into some sort of guided meditation for you guys before I leave you guys. But yeah, I don't know what else I can say. Because I know, like, I'm trying to think of some of the questions that you guys may have had in my DMs. But I can't think of any yet. I feel like I've covered everything. And I do feel like I've always been told laying down meditating, but I personally find it more helpful. Yeah, I like to lay down too. It's just a lot more comfortable for my back and for my hips. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but I was a professional dancer since I was like 3. Like, I did ballet like hardcore. So it's just better for my back and my hips. So I like to lay down. Fragrance. Is there one that raises your vibe a lot more? As far as fragrance, I like to do a blend of it. I do feel like people use lavender, because lavender can help you relax or put you in some sort of meditative trance. Or what I personally like to use, I love peppermint. I love lavender. I love rose hip. I love anything that has to do with anything roses, because I do feel like roses can help some sort of relaxation of the mind. Chamomile, it's just preference. It's really just preference, honestly. But there isn't any one oil that can help you raise your vibration. I don't believe that. If someone tells you that, I don't believe that. But I do feel like before I actually administrate or facilitate Reiki on someone, I will give them some oils and place it on certain parts of their body, just to help stimulate or some sort of start. It kind of stabilizes your energy in a sense, but also it's a form of protection for me, because I do feel like when you're doing Reiki or you're giving someone a reading, that is a transfer of energy. You need to protect yourself. What do you do with your candles on your altar when they burn out? It depends if if it's a pillar candle or if it's in a glass, the glass candles. A pillar candle obviously is going to burn all the way down to the wax. People have asked me, do I do wax readings? I don't. People have asked me, do I do pendulums? I don't. I just use my cards, y'all. Just use my cards. I think I can if I really delve deep in it, but I'm so used to my cards. I don't even like to use new decks. Like, that's how deep it is. Like, I have one deck that my best friend brought me for my birthday, as you guys know, and I refuse to just leave that deck. I brought myself a new deck by Lisa Stirl, and it's a black deck. The Black Modern Witch deck is like the art on that deck is beautiful, and that's why I brought it. But I don't use it. I don't know why I brought it, but I don't. Maybe I'll gift it to someone. But I don't use it. And it's not because I don't want to use it. It's because the deck that I started out with is like my holy grail, and I'm just so comfortable with it. And I do find maybe I should just step out of my comfort zone and use a different deck, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen. But if you're using a pillar candle, it'll just burn into wax. If you're using one that comes in a glass, the candle that you actually put the candle into a glass, or it comes in some sort of glass, it depends on the glass too. So if let me not go too deep, and let me watch what I say, because I don't want y'all thinking that, God damn it, Bryce. Okay, it depends. If it's a love candle, you bury it. If it's another candle, you break it at a crossroad. It depends on the candle. Bryce, DM me. It depends what the candle is. I don't want to go too deep because if anyone who knows that I'm going with this, y'all know me, then y'all know. Bryce, like, it depends on the candle. It depends on the candle. It depends on the intention. So, Bryce, you know where I'm going with this. Yo, look, okay. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. Okay, I got that deck because of you, but I haven't used it yet either. Oh, you did? Oh, that's dope. I haven't used it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful deck. I love it because it's black, black girls on the deck, but the cards are stiff. The cards are thick. I'll stick to my Rider-Waite deck. Okay, just a white pillar candle. Thank you. Be more specific. A white pillar candle. If it's a white pillar candle, it doesn't have a glass. You don't have to specifically do with anything with it's because there's a difference. Let me put my thing down. Now I'm getting into it. It's a difference. But if it's just a white pillar candle, nothing, it's going to just burn into wax. But if it has some sort of casing, like a glass around it that it comes in, if it's a white candle, you can bury it, or you don't have to keep it. You can throw it out. But I would bury it. Yeah, I have the melanated tarot deck too. I love it, but the cards are too thick. They're too thick, and it's hard to shuffle them. They're too stiff. It bothers the crap out of me, and it cuts my hands when I shuffle that deck. Ugh. Like, I love the artwork. It sucks because maybe I should say this out loud. I'm actually trying to formulate a tarot deck to put on my website. So you guys are the first ones to know. I've been trying to formulate a Black Girl Magic tarot deck. I'm trying to still do some more research. Maybe before the summer, I'll have the deck on my website. But I'm just trying I want it to be perfect. So I'm trying to get it formulated so I can put it on my website. But I'm super excited to do this. Like, I'm trying to come up with like the artwork, and it's just like, I can't wait for them to be like done. Like, I wanted like a Black Girl Magic tarot deck. I know we have some out there. Like, we have a Lisa Stirl. We have there's another melanated tarot deck. It's a Rider-Waite tarot deck, but it has black. It's just a black version of it, Black Girl Magic version of it. I've actually been in contact with the seller, and she was like, yeah, like, you can. Because I was asking her if I can use her deck on my site, but I was just like, maybe I just come up with my own. get an artist, have them, formulate one for me. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing like to all my little Black Girl Magic Latinas, like, we get a little deck, we get a deck too, you know what I mean? Because the Rider Waite tarot deck is just white people on there, I mean, there's no shade or no malice towards, but I want one for us Black girls, like, because we magic too. So I want Black Girl Magic tarot deck. So I'm gonna try and see if I can formulate that so I can get on the website. I'm excited about that. I've been actually working on a lot of stuff for the website. Like, I have a lot of new things coming on the website. I'm super excited. I'm excited to be branching out and expanding my little empire. No, my big empire. We got to speak things into existence. So my big empire. So I'm excited for that. So I want one for the Black girl Latinas. Like, I want a deck for us. So that's what I'm trying to formulate. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have any more questions. But Bryce, DM me. Like, you trying to get me in trouble on here on this platform. Now you know no. Trying to get me in trouble on this platform. But yeah, if you want, I'll go into depth. Maybe I should do that on my Patreon. Like, really, like, do that on my Patreon. But how much okay. I'll do it on my Patreon. Bryce. Do it on Patreon, because it's just easier for me to do it there, and just like we can have those conversations there, because not on this platform. Not on this platform. But yeah, I'll do it on the Patreon, because it's a lot more free will on there. A little bit more free will on there. But yes, I don't know if you have any questions, you guys. I did want to lead us into some sort of meditation, because I feel like we need it. You guys seem to like the Sambo video that I did last week. I'm thinking about doing maybe twice a month of the sound bowls, maybe a little bit more of these sound bowls and the frosted sound bowls that I sell on my website. So I think I'll be doing a lot more of that for you guys, because you guys seem to love that. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have any more questions for me. No, yes, maybe. But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the meditation. Maybe I'll do a little bit of sound bowls too. I'll do one sound bowl. I'll do one sound bowl for you guys tonight. Okay, so you guys, I want you guys to find a sacred spot in your home. Like I said, it could be your altar, it could be your bed, it could be the den, the reading room, but just anywhere that you guys are able to be alone and to yourselves, and that you guys can be able to be at peace with yourself. No kids, no husband, no boyfriend, no baby daddy, no anybody around. But yeah. Okay, so I would like for all of you guys to close your eyes. And I would like you all to take a deep breath in, full of love, compassion, kindness, and gratitude. And take a deep breath out of fear, doubt, anxiety, negative thoughts, negative feelings. And as you focus on your crown chakra, I want you to pulsate life from the crown chakra, and I want you to take deep breaths in of love, compassion, patience. Take a deep breath out of fear, doubt, anxiety, stress, limitations, negative thoughts, negative sentiments, and negative energy. And as you take one deep breath in, you focus down to the throat chakra. And as you take a deep breath in, focusing on your energy, but also focusing on your breathing as well, I want you to think of 3 things that you're grateful for, and focus on the 3 things that you're grateful for. Begin to take deep, large breaths in and out. And as you pulsate light through the throat chakra, I want you to release energy from the crown all the way down to the soles of the feet. And as you release energy from the crown all the way down to the soles of your feet, I want you to emit and also pulsate energy, but also light from all of the extremities. So from your fingers, through your head, your toes, your hips, and focusing on your breathing. And as you focus on your breathing, taking large, deep breaths in and out, shutting the mind off, focusing on your energy into space, emitting light from all the extremities, and focusing on the energy circulating from the crown all the way down to the soles of the feet. And as you take one deep breath in, taking one deep breath out, I want you to focus on the heart chakra, focusing on compassion, kindness, light, and thinking of ways to be grateful, taking in this space to honor yourself and only yourself, releasing fear, doubt, anxieties, negative thoughts, feeling you're not good enough, feeling like you're not accomplishing enough, and focusing on your energy. You are power, you are light. Taking one deep breath in, deep breath out, focusing on the heart chakra and focusing on trauma, releasing trauma, purging trauma, and focusing on getting centered, aligned, and being whole. And as you take a deep breath in, deep breath out, I want you to go down to the root chakra, grounding energy, stabilizing energy, and focus light emitting from the root chakra. Concentrating on your root chakra, grounding yourself. And as you take a deep breath in, deep breath out, I want you to press your hips down to the ground, grounding your hips, grounding your back. And as you take a deep breath in, deep breath out, I want you to focus on your solar plexus. Continue to emit light from the crown all the way down to the soles of the feet and circulating energy. Seeing colors, purples, blues, oranges, and yellows. And opening your third eye and emitting energy from your third eye. Focusing on your energy and taking one deep breath in, deep breath out. And releasing your back, the center of your back, down to the ground, grounding your energy as you focus on their solar plexus. And And as you focus on the solar plexus, I want you to emit light from the solar plexus, focusing on your breathing, family. Taking deep, large breaths in and out, and being able to focus on your space and being powerful in your space. Being able to transform in your space and emitting light from your space. Bright energy from the crown all the way down to the toes and your soles. Taking all of the negative energy within the body and releasing it and surrendering it out of your feet. Taking one deep breath in, family, one deep breath out, and realizing that you are powerful, you are vitality, and you are strength. Releasing the back, releasing the shoulders, releasing the toes, releasing the shoulders. Taking deep breaths in, family. Focusing on your breathing. You are a source of energy. You are light. You are powerful. You are vitality. You are source. And you are ever evolving and transforming. Being able to transform from lifetimes through lifetimes. Focusing on your breathing, family. Being able to be in this space to honor yourself and only yourself. And realizing this space is here for you to transform. Realize that your traumas are not you, and you are of it and not from it. Being able to sit with your thoughts and your feelings and being able to purge through your feet. And taking deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Remember to pulsate energy and light from the crown all the way down to your toes. Being present, taking this space to focus on you and how impactful you are. Breathing, family, taking deep breaths in, deep breaths out, and realizing that you are worth it, you are vitality, you are source, you are light. Not focusing on the unknown, the uncertainties, just focusing on your space and things that you can control and releasing things you cannot control. Be able to sit in this space and recognize that you are light, you are source, vitality, tranquility, and present. And taking one deep breath in, one deep breath out, bringing alertness back to the body. Start to wiggle your toes, start to move your shoulders. Start to move your hips. Start to bring life back to the body. and loving your body. That you are constant, flowing. And as you move your hips, move your legs, surrender, release the lower back. And when you feel ready, sit up. And as you sit up with your eyes still closed, I want you to think of 3 things that you are grateful for. And tell yourself you love yourself. You are proud of yourself. You are changing, evolving. You are transcending, you are ascending. And as you sit with your eyes still closed and thinking of the 3 things you are grateful for, taking a large deep breath in and deep breath out. Open your eyes. Bring alertness back into your body. Tell yourself you love yourself. You're proud of yourself. You're doing the damn thing. And when you're ready, you can come back to the chat. Take this space. Cry if you need to. Purge if you need to. I hope this helped you guys. I really hope this helped you guys. I love doing these things. I really do. I literally feel like I was spinning when you added the sound. Very intense but cleansing. Yay! I love doing these sound bowls. I think I'm gonna start doing them more often. It's also therapeutic for myself. And my mom, she's in the other room because we're all quarantined together. Every time I play it, she's like, "Oh my god, this sounds so good." Because she does sound bowls too. But she's like, "Oh my god, this sounds so good." Like every time you do them on live, I'm like, yeah. I think I'm just gonna start doing it. She's like, I can hear it all the way from my room. It's just so like I'm just laying in my bed. It's so beautiful and relaxing. I'm just like, maybe I should do this. I feel very relaxed. We need more Black girl guided meditation. Oh, I think I'm gonna start doing it more often. I really think I should. Yeah, I think I should. This was good. I really do. You guys seem to enjoy it because you guys are always on my DMs like, when are you gonna do another one? I got y'all. I'm gonna do another one for y'all. And that's why, like, now I literally keep my sound bowls right here because I know that I'm gonna play them at the end of the live. But yeah, I really hope this helped you guys. Oh, oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet. Yay! I really hope. I think I should start calling it that. Black girl guided meditation. Okay, Bryce. I'm gonna use that. Oh, yay. I'm so happy that I was able to help. I'm sorry, you guys. I was late. I was a little bit late, but you know, we here. Oh, I'm so glad you guys like it. And if you're really into sound bowls, like you really want to invest in some, I have some on my website. But if you want these particular ones right here, um, just let me know. Maybe I'll add it to my site. But I've seen that people like the frosted kind because it's tailored to your chakras on my site. So you can pick which chakra you want to tackle or you want to purge, and you can just buy it there. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy that you guys like these particular sound bowl session, Black Girl Guided Meditation. Start calling that. I'm literally gonna start calling it that. So Bryce, don't come for me for no check. Oh my god. So yeah, this is pretty good. I really hope that you guys like this. I'm gonna get off here. I will talk to you guys another time. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Cash App requests on the way. Bryce! Declined. I'm just kidding. But what was I going to say again? Oh, please make sure that you guys are, you're welcome. You're welcome. Please make sure that you guys are following me on my social media platforms. They're all in the description box. Make sure you guys sign up for my Patreon because it goes down over there. Very esoteric, heavy knowledge over there. I really go into depth there and I really answer all your questions there. And I show you guys how to make baths, spiritual baths. I show you guys how to tackle things in your life, but I also show you guys things that you don't really learn, like how, or what love bombing is, or what a narcissist is, or just, just things like that for self-development on my Patreon. And I also go live on my Patreon as well. So, and I do live streams on my Patreon. When I go live on my Patreon, I don't post it on any of my platform. I just go on there. So it's very exclusive material there. So if you guys want to go on my Patreon, it's in the description box. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I really hope that you guys like this. I will be back for some Black Girl guided meditations on here. I love you all. Thank you guys for being so supportive of my channel. Thank you guys for being so supportive on my website and purchasing with me. And oh, yay, Jalen. Jalen, make sure to go through everything that I've posted because there's a lot of information. I really hope that you guys, I really want to thank you guys for supporting my business endlessly. I really appreciate you guys buying on my website and you guys supporting me. This is my full-time job, and I really I'm not gonna get emotional. I can, but I won't. I'm not gonna cry anymore on camera because I feel the tears coming. But gratitude. Thank you so much, you guys. I love you all, and I'll talk to you guys in another live stream.